If we, I'll start with Coach Rulani. Congratulations, obviously, your thoughts on winning the award, and what contributed to this award. I mean, 5 matches, unbeaten, didn't concede any goal in those 5 matches in the period that that was judged. I think it's 4 victories and only one draw.
Yeah, thanks, Fatu. Is it still morning? Yeah. Good morning to members of the media. Thanks for having us. Yeah, but first let's start off by congratulating Mamelodi Sundowns in its entirety, the football club which we represent. Congratulations to my colleague Coach Manqoba for winning the award. So congratulations to the rest of the technical staff who have made an immense contribution towards the good results so far. Congratulations to the president, the chairman, the board, senior management of Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club for their contribution, their support, their sleepless nights in ensuring that we've got all the resources and all the possibilities to navigate a very difficult season so far. And congratulations first to Peter Shalulile also for his award, but of course without Peter, without the teammates, Peter doesn't win the award. Without his teammates, we don't win the award. So congratulations to this fantastic group of players that every single day work towards winning. They win every single day so that we can win on match day. So congratulations to them, and all these awards, these individual awards within a collective sport like football, only go towards representing everybody that is involved in terms of supporting us and ensuring that we get the results. Yeah, and I think that's the answer. Yeah. What is it about? It's a collective effort, and congratulations to everybody involved.
Thank you, Coach Manqoba. Maybe kind of similar question, but maybe looking at the rest of the season and the targets. We started very well, like I said, very good record. But what's next for the club?
Good morning to all the members of the media. I would not have much to say. I think Rulani has finished it. Put it in the best possible way that ever. I would like to congratulate you first as my colleague. Congratulate the coaching staff of Mamelodi Sundowns, the conditioning department of Mamelodi Sundowns, the medical staff for the hard work and also and making sure that all the players are available. Our media department for keeping us in shape and understanding what is expected of us. The management of the club for making sure that everything goes according to plan. The board, the president and the chairman for making it possible for us to get all the resources that we have to be able to achieve those awards. There are so many other departments in the club that contribute immensely towards these outcomes. One must not even forget the kit department, because those are the people that dress us up every training session. They give us the confidence, but because when you're wearing crisscrossed stuff or creased stuff, you don't feel as confident. But when we make sure that we are always looking good, naturally that brings positivity within the training session, which culminates into a match, which culminates into a number of matches per month. The media department should be the marketing side, and making sure that we are all in check. In simple terms, I'm trying to summarize what Coach Rulani also said, that we are just the recipients of the awards. The truth of the matter is, this is a collective effort. Without everybody else that is surrounding us, it would not be the same. A big club like Mamelodi Sundowns cannot tick just because of one person. It ticks because of a collective group of people that are working towards one goal. And that one goal, like Coach Rulani said, is to win every training session, is to win every friendly match, is to win every match that we play, and is to consistently fight for that space. And the attitude and the atmosphere that prevails within the team concurs with us that it's possible.
Thank you, Fatu. Thank you. Good morning, coaches, and good morning to the colleagues. Coaches, I would like to ask you this question, and I would like to appeal to you that see it in a very positive light. Don't read any sinister motive to this question. In fact, it will give you the opportunity to quell the myth out there. We know you guys being the three musketeers. Can one read anything seeing that one musketeer is not there? I don't know whether you got the questions. We know
I think
you.
maybe we can just be direct. What is your question, Mr.
The question is, we know them to be three coaches or three technical staff personnel, but we see the two of them today. So there's anything that we read, or there's the other coach is not available?
Yeah, Sobri, I think even if you can ask your colleagues in the media, that I think the club has, initially issued a statement on that, on appointment.
On that one, okay, all right.
All of that.
Thank you very much.
I don't think we need to address it here because I'm sure it has been addressed in the past. But you can always field your question to Shupi at Sundowns if you're not sure.
All right.
Next question, Karao.
Thank you very much, Fatu. Congratulations to the two coaches. And Coach Manqoba, on a lighter note, on the call that you had, are you concluding another deal for a plan in January? And either coaches can answer this one. Pule Maraisani, how close is he from starting as well as Ngubeni? Thank you.
The first question, just repeat it. You said it's for Coach Manqoba.
No, I was just saying that he was on a call where we started. Is he concluding another deal for January? And the second one, Pule Maraisani as well as Ngubeni, how close are they from starting?
Also, the first one was just a light-hearted one. Yeah, okay. Maybe, Coach, you can take the Pule Maraisani as well as Thabiso Ngubeni. How far are they from playing?
I will try to be as objective as I can in answering that question. I think Pule Maraisani and Thabiso Ngubeni are as close as any other player that has not played for Sundowns this year, because they are training very well, they are looking good, they are keeping their best shot, and we don't only have them. So I would not want to polarize just the two of them, because there are other players that I believe have worked very hard. They also maybe deserve a mention that where are they, because their contribution has been immense. Just a few games ago, Villa have not played a match for us, and was played in Daniel. So we've got a lot of players that we would like to give an opportunity, and they are all close to play. At Sundowns, anybody can get a chance to play. And the good thing is that physically, they are all looking good for match.
Thank you, Coach. Next question, Tiseto. If you can direct that one to Coach Rulani.
Yes, thank you very much, Fatu. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to the coaches. Coach Rulani, I think 2 or 3 weeks back, I think you told us, of course, you are having this match. Sorry, of course, you are having this match on this weekend. And the last time, I remember you saying that you at Sundowns, you have a team of people behind the scenes who go out and check and profile your Champions League opponents and come back to you so that you guys can prepare to the team. I mean, just ahead of your match at the weekend, what are your people behind the scenes telling you about the venue, the traveling, and the opponents? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Tiseto. Yeah, of course, we already have, in this moment, we have Gulam, who leads the traveling party in relation to being the advanced group. Him and Khalid are in that space. They specialize in that African sojourn for us. It is a country that we've got experience of going to, even though it's a different city this time. But we are very familiar with the terrain. We're very familiar with the environment, the weather. And maybe that is why we, in a certain way, manipulated what would be a normal program for us. We would normally travel 3 or 4 days prior to the match, but we did a little bit closer to the match because of some of the situations we know we would face in relation to the lack of proper training facilities. And so the feeling is maybe to complete our preparations here, move towards a match day -1 work where we acclimatize ourselves to the stadium, get a feel for the ambience, get a feel for the pitch. But at the same time, we've already started working on the opposition. We know they play a 4-2-3-1. We know the profile of the opponents in the first leg. We know the profile of the opponents and the personality that they have. And they had, particularly in the second leg of the qualifiers, which is the round just before this one. And in both matches, the system was more or less the same, and maybe in certain moments also posing different problems with regards to how they attack direct, with very aggressive wing play, very aggressive overlapping movements of the fullbacks, and quick, very, very quick strikers. So yeah, the work has been done. We've got to be wary of the transitions. We've got to be wary of the set pieces, but we still have a couple more days to work on some of these strategies and these schemes, and make sure that we are as prepared as possible. We've got a responsibility, not just to Mamelodi Sundowns, but also to the country as a whole. And when you have a responsibility, yours is to be diligent and make sure that you prepare and work very, very hard. Invest a lot of sleepless hours to ensure that the team is in the right space and ready to win the football match.
All right, thank you, Coach. I'll take the next question, Tsepang. It will be for Coach Manqoba, and hopefully it will be strictly DSTV Prem. Tsepang?
Hi, Coach. Tsepang from Sokaladuma. I just wanted to check how Musa Lebusa is doing. Is he back when you guys take on your next challenge? Because I think the last time he was not available, if I'm not mistaken. And with a guy like Lebo Maboy being out for so long, has he been able to be registered for Champions League?
I would prefer not to answer the one for the because it's injured. What's the use of talking about him now? Musa is back. He's training very well. Could have even been within the Bafana squad, and he's been given a chance to be in camp. He was back at that time already, so we are confident that he's going to help us in the next coming matches. Because he's looking good. Physically, he has not lost anything. We are happy to have him back. And as for the label question, that's why I'm trying to dismiss it, because I think it's not of any use now. We only have one match before the next window of registration, which is this away match and home match. Then after that, when we go to the group, we can register whatever we want to register. So we're only talking about 2 matches before the group stages. So I would prefer not to even go to that space of him, because we don't know he's still out for a week.
Thank you, Coach. Chris Dube.
Thanks, Fatu. Hope the audio is right. Just to both coaches, any coach can answer this one. Coaches, how involved are you in the junior setup of the team? I ask this because when we were at the engine, garage. The team that played at that engine knockout played in exactly the similar way as your team plays. And we could also hear the coaches at the bench talk about shout rest defense, rest defense. Do you, like the two of you, go down, or do you have like a coaching clinic for the coaches in your setup? Thanks.
We would love to. We would love to, but COVID and the new world order that we are currently under makes it quite difficult to be involved in that space. But we watch almost all the MDC games. We get reports about all the activities that happen in the youth and with our youth through Coach David, through Sean Bishop. So we are as involved as we possibly can be. The youth is very important for this club. The ladies football team is very important for this club. It's a division that, as a senior team, we support. And the good thing is there's this monopoly, if you want to call it, of a playing style that runs from the senior team to the youth into the ladies teams, and that is only good for Mamelodi Sundowns in the future of this club.
Okay, I'm about to close the session now. But Beline, if you have the last question, because I'm not getting any of the DSTV Prem questions coming in.
Yes. Okay, I will first ask the DSTV question, and double barrel question. Unfortunately, it's the Champions League week. We can't avoid it.
No, the club will have another engagement on Champions League. I'm sure there will be other opportunities. But go ahead, please. Okay, correct. Congratulations, coaches. Last year, you had set a target of bettering your previous highest points attained in this DSTV Premiership. Given how you've started this season compared to previous starts of Sundowns, do you see it as a possibility that you can beat, I think, was it 71, the last points that you had the last time? Do you think you can beat it this season? And also, I'm not sure about the proximity of coming from international week and straight into CAF matches, a lot of traveling. How difficult are those challenges? Because next time it could happen that Sharula is not even here, is in Dakar, and I'm looking at it. There's a team, I think Orlando Pirates is playing on a Friday, and if you look at moving from international week and straight to CAF Champions League program.
Coach, I will take the first one. In all the seasons, even prior to the season 2016 when we got 71 points, we always have a better target than that. And we have not managed to get what we've always wished for. We will keep digging and digging up until maybe at some point we can achieve it, because it's possible. The start of this season is not far away from the start of last season. We believe we've got a chance to improve a little bit in those small margins where we can convert a few draws into wins. And if we can just do that, we are very close to achieving that. Maybe converting 3 draws would give you an extra 6 points, and probably that takes you to where you want to be, or even winning one more match can make a huge difference in getting you to 70. Then you improve on one draw again, then the situation will be slightly different. But our wish has always been to get better than what we have achieved all these years, and the team is working tirelessly to make that possible. It is also very important to note and mention that it's not only myself and Coach Rulani that have to make that a possibility, a reality. We also have Steve Kutumela, who works with us. We are very happy together. We have Wendell Robinson, who must make sure that those 4 top goalkeepers are always in top shape. And all these people have a big responsibility in making sure that we achieve our targets. And we will always take each game as it comes, because when you concentrate more on the final outcome, you might end up making ends meet on each and every match that you play week in and week out. So it is very important to concentrate in our own process and make sure that we achieve what is expected of us in those smaller margins, then we'll be able to get what we want at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. I think you'll take the second one.
It's about the
Traveling.
traveling.
Yeah.
The good thing is the club is made of or consists of people that have been in this space for quite some time. Of course, the reality is it's a difficult challenge. It's a challenge of merging two very, very difficult programs, the club program and the international program. And then, of course, when you're populated by so many international stars, it becomes even more difficult. But Sundowns has always had international stars. Sundowns has always had players living on every international break to represent their individual countries. And therefore, Sundowns has the experience with the personnel like Peter Tovu, Yogesh Singh in the background, who work extensively with regards to trying to ensure that we get individual itineraries from different football associations. And then we try to merge those, not just from a logistical perspective, but also in relation to the training dynamics in our preparation, because what it then means is you have to look at the load of the players over the last 10 days or so, and sometimes the load is a load that reflects work that could have been done by coaches over 3 or 4 weeks. But the reality is, you understand that at international level, coaches don't have time, and therefore they try to maximize as much as they can with the amount of days that they have in the training sessions that they can put out to prepare their teams. So that then becomes our responsibility in trying to not just get players that come back injury-free, which is the number one and the most important thing. And unfortunately, again, we get Toby Mbala coming back from Bafana with a muscular constraint. Last time we had Tapelo. So we have to look at that space, because that already also puts us in a difficult position. But first is always to get the players back injury-free, and then to make sure that we recover, regenerate, recoup the players and get them in a fresher state, and then work towards ensuring that we prepare for the match. So it's a 3-step process, but as I said, it's a process that involves so many people, including the medical department that Coach Manqoba spoke about, the conditioning department that we have. And unfortunately for us, as I said, we have people with relatively huge amounts of experience in that space to be able to manage these different programs. So yeah, I don't know if I've answered you, Tavi. I don't know if you're satisfied with the answer.